It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Okay, this is episode 4 of Behind the Curtain at Impact Networking. Folks, I'm downtown Chicago. Anthony, what floor are we on here?
41, top
41 floor. We had to give you all this view. There's not a whole lot of dealerships around the country with that kind of a view. So I'm going to have to ask you a question, Anthony. Do you get any work done working here?
It's tough, but we get some work done down here.
So Anthony Cucco is working in the marketing department for Impact Networking. And Impact Networking, obviously, big managed service provider. They do IT services, managed services, print managed services, marketing managed services. But the marketing managed services is something pretty unique to our industry. As a matter of fact, I'm not aware of any dealer in the country that actually delivers managed marketing services to the SMB space. So Anthony, I want to talk to you about that a little bit because it seems very intriguing. You know, this legacy print company already diversified into IT services.
Yeah.
Tell me about this marketing services and, you know, what exactly are you delivering into the space?
Yeah, I think that where we really learned was from the IT side of things, because at first we started as a break-fix model and we were serving marketing in that same fashion. And once IT really started to take off, we started to leverage that same strategy, in that we don't want to do project-based marketing. We don't want to just do, here's a website, here's a piece of collateral, here's a couple social media posts. What we really want to do is pile all that into one overarching strategy for our clients, then amortize that cost over a longer term. So it's really more of a partnership as opposed to us just doing one-off projects and sending a bill.
That's pretty amazing. So what's the persona of the customer you're looking for? I mean, obviously you're not going to a really small account, or are you?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question because I think it's changed very rapidly. Last year, I think our average deal size was $7,000 a month, probably on the higher end. This year so far, we've gotten fewer deals, but those deals have ranged more in the $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 range. So we're already tripling or quadrupling the deal sizes that we had only a year ago. And what that means is that we have clients that have obviously a larger budget, but they're also more in tune with marketing. They're more likely to take risks. They're more likely to do more strategic approaches with us. And it helps our team to ultimately be more productive, because we don't necessarily want to work with, you know, a $4 million company that's spending $1,000 a month, because we can't deliver good results then.
Sure.
We're not spending enough money and investing enough money in marketing.
That's pretty amazing. I think the guys down in Texas just did a deal, and I was talking to Frank about that a little bit. But I mean, it was approaching close to $1 million in revenue for the company over like a 3-year period.
Yeah,
of time.
exactly.
That's pretty amazing. So if you have a customer like that and they tell you, you know, our website's fine, but you know as a team that their website, well, let's just say it's really bad. You know, would you go forward with them with their own website, or do you say, no, if you're going to do it with us, you really got to do the whole program?
Yeah, I saw a lot of those situations back in my day in sales, but what we try to do is leverage data to inform that decision. So we might think a website looks bad, which has its place in a marketing decision, but it's more about the back end pieces, like how many people are coming to your website, are you getting engagement on the pages that you want engagement on, are people clicking calls to action that are actually, you know, converting people into potential leads or you know, transactions for your business. So we really try to let the data drive those decisions, as opposed to us just saying, we think it's bad, you think it's good, you need a new website, because that's an expensive endeavor.
You know, it's pretty amazing because data should drive everything.
Yeah.
In all behaviors in all business, and it's, you know, a lot of times we think marketing is going to fix everything.
Yeah,
Marketing can't fix everything unless you can prove it with the data. That's phenomenal. How many people work just in the data side?
In the data side, I think our team is at about 12. So that team's called the Marketing Strategy and Operations team.
Okay.
And they have some people that are more generalists in just overall strategy. Then they have subject matter experts, so experts in paid advertising, like through Google, for example. They have people that are experts in marketing automation using platforms like HubSpot, Hootsuite, Constant Contact for email. Then they're getting SEO experts in there as well, and organic content specialists. So those people are more in tune with those buckets of data for their specific field.
When you have a customer and say they're in this 36-year agreement with you, you're moving along, when things change in that business, or maybe they acquire another business, you know, how do you address that? Do you have add-on ability, or I mean, do you take a picture of what you're doing for the customer the day that it starts? you're paying for this picture, and if anything changes in that picture, we're going to charge you more. I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, it's funny that you asked that because I think that used to be a big gap on our team until recently, where recently we have a new process where we do consistent periodic business reviews every 6 months.
Okay.
So what this really means is we come to the business, we say, here's what we've done in scope, here's what's yet to be done, what's happening in your business, where are you trying to go in the next 6 months, what's changed, what events are coming up, what marketing goals are you trying to hit, and ultimately that conversation that we have, which is more of a high level conversation as opposed to our weekly status calls where we're talking about, here's the 2 social posts we did last week, here's the data. The bigger conversation allows us to say we need to pivot our strategy, and if we do determine that we need to make changes, then that's when we're coming in, swapping things out in the scope or adding things onto the original scope.
It's amazing to me. So we hear about quarterly reviews in the print space.
Yeah.
I always tell these folks, who in the hell wants to put someone in their conference room to talk about what they printed and who printed and where?
Yeah.
I mean, so it's so much. I mean, there's just so much more breadth to your business when you go in and start talking about IT services, when you start talking about marketing services. How many of your IT services customers are also marketing customers? Do you have a pretty good mix with that?
I would say a lot of our clients stemmed from being IT clients. I don't know if I would say it's the majority. I think we have around 95 marketing clients. I mean, I would have to say at least 25% of those are also IT clients, where we start off, we do a really good job in IT, and then we push forward with Impact's business model, which is cross-selling and pulling in more services.
Give me a little bit of an overview of just some of the talent that's on the team. I know when I met you in your office, you were talking with a gentleman that kind of focuses in the restaurant space, or he came from the restaurant space. But what kind of assets do you have on the team?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of really smart people, whether it's from the leadership standpoint. We have, myself who manages the account management team. We have Gray Ingram, who's what you're talking about. He's our creative director. We have Kevin, who's a specialist in data and strategy. Then we have Aaron, obviously, who's more bigger picture, where we are taking the agency. And then all the way down to our lower level people. People all have different perspectives and different experiences that really help to drive our clients forward. So let's say we had someone who used to be a marketing director at a construction company. We're going to want to put that person on an account that is doing construction, of course. So we like to mix and match it perfectly based on what skills people have. But like I said, a lot of smart people, and that's important.
Well, when I walked around, on these different floors here in this building, I noticed that the age too. I think the average age I'm looking at is probably like between 28 and 35.
Yeah.
And you need to have that younger blood in the businesses, just like yourself. So,
yeah.
Anthony, this is an awesome experience coming to the office downtown Chicago. I'm sure when you bring clients in here, they get the wow factor for sure.
Yeah.
But is there anything you want to add before we end this?
No, I think the big idea is that we're looking to grow this side of the business pretty extensively in the next year. So we want to get out to California, we want to go down to Texas, and the way that we're doing that is by adopting all the other areas that have been successful for Impact. So hiring people promoting people from within, from the bottom level, really making sure our culture is strong, making sure people are happy to come to work every day, and that bleeds over into the client space, and ultimately that we're constantly improving and taking risks, because if we're not taking risks, then we're not pushing the needle and staying ahead of the competition. So those are the big things that are a focus for us on the marketing front, but we're really hoping that this division can get up to the same level that IT's at, and that I'm sure cybersecurity will be at very rapidly based off that new building that you saw in Lake Forest.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, when you're doing, $900,000 contracts, and that's actually one of your, satellite offices in another state. That's a pretty testament to the skill level and what you guys are able to deliver.
Yeah.
Anthony, it's been great talking to you, and my friends, if you want to get into marketing, reach out to these guys, because Frank Cucco and the team over here at Impact can help you. But folks, it ain't easy. It takes bold leadership and willpower. But everybody watching me knows this: status quo is the killer. Ball will be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo. We'll see y'all later.